Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
For years, Robyn Brown was perceived as Kody's favorite wife. Her emotional proximity to him, legal marriage, and their shared children often put her in a controversial spotlight. But over time, even their seemingly ironclad bond began to crack under the pressure of public scrutiny, the dissolution of Kody's other marriages, and Kody's own spiraling behavior. Season after season, Kody's ex-wives, Christine, Janelle, and Mary, walked away from their spiritual marriages, each citing different but overlapping reasons. A consistent complaint? That Kody prioritized Robyn and her children over all others. But what fans didn't expect was that Kody's closeness with Robyn might also come with resentment or regret as the years unfolded. In recent episodes, Robyn has appeared increasingly frustrated and even bitter. She's expressed anger at the collapse of the family, and viewers noticed her blaming others for decisions Kody himself made. All the while, Kody has grown distant, tired, emotionally depleted, and seemingly less enchanted by Robyn's insistence on defending the family vision. Which brings us to Aurora, Robyn's oldest daughter from her previous marriage, whom Kody legally adopted early on in his relationship with Robyn. Aurora has been portrayed as quiet, private, and sensitive. But she's also been drawn into the family drama time and time again, especially as Kody's obsession with his nuclear family has waned. So what's really going on here? Kody's surprising move, a house for Aurora, not Robyn? In a twist that even longtime Sister Wives fans didn't see coming, Kody reportedly purchased a new home under Aurora's name, not Robyn's. This move sent shockwaves across fan forums and social media. Why would Kody skip over Robyn, his legally recognized wife, and instead choose her daughter, his adopted daughter, as the legal owner of a new property? Some speculate that it's a strategic move to protect assets or avoid future legal complications. Others suggest it's Kody's attempt to forge a separate, father-daughter bond outside of Robyn's influence. A growing camp believes it may signal a deepening divide between Kody and Robyn, a separation in progress that's being quietly handled behind the scenes. Regardless of motivation, the message is clear: Kody wanted this property in Aurora's name. He wanted her to have something of her own, something that wasn't tangled up in the shared trauma of polygamy, financial instability, or Robyn's controversial role in the Brown family's downfall. The symbolism of property in the Brown family. The Brown family's relationship with property has always been complicated. From renting homes in Flagstaff, to the infamous Coyote Pass land, to the constant fights over who owns what, property has always been a stand-in for love, loyalty, and power in their dynamic. When Christine left Kody, she sold her share of the Coyote Pass property for just $10. Janelle lived in an RV to stay close to the land, while Mary struggled with uncertainty about her own investment. Robyn, meanwhile, bought a $900,000 house early on in the Flagstaff move, a decision that fans believe drove a wedge between the wives. Now, Kody purchasing a separate house and placing it solely in Aurora's name sends a strong signal. He is choosing individual relationships over polygamous entanglements. He is trying to leave behind the drama of Coyote Pass, perhaps even trying to atone for mistakes. Aurora's role, from background to center stage. Aurora has always been one of the quieter Brown children. But her emotional moments on screen haven't gone unnoticed. She struggled with anxiety, panic attacks, and the stress of being thrust into a reality TV family full of constant tension. Unlike her siblings, Aurora hasn't used her platform to promote products, pursue fame, or create personal brands. Instead, she's remained in Robyn's household, often painted as Robyn's shadow, always there, rarely heard. This home in her name, however, could signal her shift into adulthood. A rite of passage. It may even be the start of Aurora seeking independence from Robyn, which many believe she needs. Fans have frequently commented on how tightly Robyn holds on to her older children, especially Aurora. Kody's decision might be both a gift and a nudge, telling Aurora, here's your space. Start your journey. Step out of the drama. A love letter to a daughter or an escape from a marriage? Of course, skeptics argue that this home purchase might have little to do with love, and more to do with convenience or strategy. Some believe Kody is now trying to distance himself from Robyn, and putting assets in Aurora's name is his way of doing so without triggering legal red flags. If he were to put the house in Robyn's name, it could be considered marital property. In Aurora's name? That could remain safely out of reach in the case of a future divorce or legal battle. Still, many fans are optimistically interpreting the gesture as Kody's attempt at doing something good. For once, it's not about Robyn. Not about defending himself. Not about asserting control. It's about a father finally saying, "I see you." Aurora has lived under a cloud of public criticism because of her mother's role in the family's disintegration. Perhaps this is Kody's way of shielding her, recognizing her pain, and finally showing her the kind of paternal love he's so often been accused of withholding from his children. What about the other Brown kids? Is this favoritism? Naturally, this decision has caused some backlash online. Fans wonder, why Aurora? Why not Savannah, Gwendolyn, or Gabriel, children who have been more publicly heartbroken by Kody's distance? Why would Kody lavish Aurora with a house when he can't even keep in regular contact with his biological children? It's a fair question, and one that reveals just how complex and fractured the Brown family truly is. Kody's relationships with many of his kids, especially those from Janelle and Christine, are strained or non-existent. He's openly admitted to not knowing how to fix things. He has criticized their mothers, which has only widened the rift. Aurora, by contrast, has remained physically close. She hasn't spoken out publicly. She's remained loyal to both Robyn and Kody. Some believe this reward, a house, is Kody's way of reinforcing loyalty. If true, that's a deeply toxic message. But if instead this home is truly meant as a clean slate for Aurora, a safe space of her own, it could also be interpreted as Kody trying to break generational cycles of dysfunction. Robyn's silence speaks volumes. What does Robyn think of all this? That's the million-dollar question. So far, she hasn't posted publicly about the property, and her silence is sparking a wave of speculation. In the past, Robyn has always been vocal about keeping the family together and preserving Kody's legacy. But if she was not consulted or included in the decision to place the home in Aurora's name, it could suggest a major communication breakdown between her and Kody. Or worse, that Kody no longer trusts her with property ownership or decision-making. Is this the beginning of a quiet divorce? A test of Robyn's reaction? Time will tell. The house, what we know so far. Reports suggest the house is a modest, modern home located not far from Flagstaff, though it's notably not connected to the Coyote Pass property. Some say it's a starter home, others describe it as a private retreat for Aurora to focus on school, therapy, and self-care. Fans spotted what they believe to be the house on real estate listings recently removed from Zillow, allegedly purchased under an LLC tied to Aurora's legal name. Whether Kody intends to live there part-time, visit, or stay away altogether remains to be seen. But if Aurora truly holds the deed, then she holds the power, and that's something new for a Brown child. What this means for sister wife's future. With Kody's other relationships in tatters and Robyn growing increasingly isolated, the storyline surrounding Aurora's home could form the emotional core of a new season. It might even signal a shift in focus, from broken marriages to healing family connections. Could we see a spin-off centered on the Brown kids finally stepping into their own identities? Could this move inspire other kids to seek their own paths, outside the sister wife's legacy? This single home purchase could be the turning point in the narrative, a fresh start, a new chapter, or a dramatic unraveling. Conclusion: Kody's complex legacy. Kody Brown remains one of reality TV's most divisive figures. From passionate patriarch to estranged father, his journey has been tumultuous. But in this one decision, to give Aurora a home of her own, fans see a flicker of the man he could have been all along. A man who protects, not controls. A man who lifts up, rather than tears down. Whether this home is a symbol of change, love, or legal maneuvering, only time will reveal the truth. But for now, Aurora has a key. And with it, she may finally unlock a life that's truly her own, away from the cameras, the drama, and the endless expectations of being a sister wife's kid. Sister Wives Janelle Brown meets son Gabriel's new girlfriend. Sister Wives, Gabriel Brown thrives in physical journey. Gabriel recently made headlines after showing off his huge weight loss on IG stories. The Sister Wives star left many fans worried due to his weight gain last season. It led to speculations that he was dealing with depression following the tragic passing of his brother, Garrison. However, Gabriel got himself back on track. He's also living his best life with his new girlfriend in Chicago. The identity of the woman remains unknown. But Janelle recently shared that she has already met her. Janelle meets son Gabriel's girlfriend. Janelle Brown recently took to social media to share a photo with some of her kids, Gabriel, Maddie, Savannah, and Christine's son, Paydon. According to the Sister Wives star, Gabriel and his girlfriend were in town for the last few days, and having so many of her kids around her makes her happy. Unfortunately, Janelle didn't share any photos with Gabriel's girlfriend. It appears she wanted to keep her identity private, especially considering she's in a relationship with a reality TV personality. Meanwhile, some fans can't help but admire how happy Gabriel looks today. Sister Wives, Janelle Brown shares holiday activities with daughter. Janelle Brown also shared a video from her 4th of July activities with her daughter, Savannah. The Sister Wives star brought her girl out to a local fireworks event in Wilmington, North Carolina. Janelle added that there were changes about where the fireworks were placed, and many people weren't expecting it. Regardless, Janelle and Savannah had a beautiful view of the fireworks to celebrate Independence Day. She added, everyone was scrambling to get their viewing location adjusted. We had a big tree in our way but we caught most of it. Gabriel Brown, Janelle and Kody's son, has long been a fan favorite for his honest and soft-spoken demeanor. But viewers saw a heartbreaking shift in him following the COVID-19 pandemic and the rift it caused in his relationship with his father. Gabriel, who once had a close bond with Kody, became estranged from him after a devastating fallout centered around Kody's strict protocols and emotional absence. Then came the even greater tragedy, the sudden and shocking loss of Gabriel's older brother, Garrison Brown, in early 2024. Garrison's death by suicide rocked the Sister Wives fanbase and destroyed any lingering illusion that the Brown family was functioning as a cohesive unit. Gabriel's grief was painfully evident. Many fans noticed his withdrawn demeanor and reported weight gain during the latter seasons of Sister Wives, and online speculation suggested he was battling depression. His emotional trauma was intensified by a lack of support from his father, something both Janelle and the public called attention to. It wasn't just a storyline. It was real life unfolding on screen, and it was heartbreaking. But that wasn't the end of Gabriel's story. Chapter 2, Transformation, Gabriel's stunning physical and emotional comeback. After months of relative silence, Gabriel surprised fans by sharing a series of photos and video clips on Instagram stories in mid-2025. He looked completely transformed. The weight loss was dramatic, but what stood out more was the light returning to his eyes. The man who had seemed to vanish into grief was visibly thriving. Speculation swirled. Was Gabriel in therapy? Had he found a new support system? Was he working on personal healing? While he didn't share many details, fans suspected his new girlfriend played a major role in this visible change. And then came the quiet confirmation: Gabriel had moved to Chicago and was in a serious relationship. Although his girlfriend has remained out of the public eye, her influence seems profoundly positive. Gabriel's renewed confidence, healthier habits, and smile in family photos all hint at a man who is finally embracing life again. Chapter 3, Janelle's role in Gabriel's comeback. If there's one person in the Brown family who fans constantly praise for her nurturing, realism, and strength, it's Janelle Brown. She's the mom who never put herself above her kids, the wife who quietly stood her ground, and the woman who left a broken marriage not out of anger, but because she knew she deserved better. Throughout Gabriel's emotional roller coaster, Janelle remained fiercely present. After Garrison's passing, she was candid on social media about grief, parenting through pain, and honoring Garrison's memory. She didn't sugarcoat the truth, nor did she exploit the tragedy for publicity. That authenticity made her a beacon for other parents watching Sister Wives, especially those dealing with estranged partners or navigating single parenthood. Now, as Gabriel enters a new phase in his life, Janelle's approval means everything. That's why it was such a powerful moment when she shared on social media that she'd met Gabriel's girlfriend. She kept things subtle, in true Janelle fashion. No flashy photos. No dramatic caption. Just a quiet acknowledgement that Gabriel and his girlfriend had come to town for a few days and that she was so happy to have so many of her kids around her.